Hello there, it's Sarah from Paper Lovely. Thanks for joining me today. I've got 3 cards to share with you that I created using the Spellbinders large die kit for the month of August. Here I'm giving you a quick look at what was included. So before I jump in, I did want to give a quick shout out to Stephanie. You had sent me an email from my blog post the other day, and I just wanted to let you know I did receive it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your taking the time to send me the note. That made my day. And I had tried to reply back to you, but there must have been something that was mistyped when you put in your email address, because for some reason it would not send out for me. So I did just want to let you know that I got your note, and thank you so much. I will keep the videos coming, I promise. So I am jumping in here and creating the hinges for all of my clipboards, and I've trimmed 2 out in gold and 1 out in sort of a copper rose gold. There is the back section, the middle section, and then the top section. And this part here that I'm folding is the hinge. I've added some 1/8 inch score tape on either edge of that, leaving the center open. And I'm going to fold these along the edges here. And then you can see I did add some 1/4 inch score tape to the back of each of the smaller sections of this hinge. So I peeled away the backing on the side that has the two little angles that are cut on either end. That worked the best for me to place that down on top of the smaller section. And then as I'm adding this top section, I'm just going to make sure that the holes in both of them are lined up evenly, and that way that's going to let the hinge move back and forth really easily. So this is not an actual working hinge because there's no spring or anything in it. It's really mostly just for show, but it does have that really cool back and forth action to it. So if you wanted, you wouldn't necessarily need to glue, the top piece down, and then you could still sort of have that on your card. I ended up gluing mine down just because I wanted it to look like it was clipped. But as long as your stuff is secured underneath it, like onto the top of the card, I think you wouldn't necessarily have to do that, and you could sort of keep that motion in there. So the larger pattern paper here, I did trim out using the base that was included with the die kit. It's the largest piece, and it actually only trims around 3 of the edges. And that way, if you wanted to make your card be just the actual size of the clipboard, you could easily do that. I went ahead and just trimmed off on that 4th edge to give me just a plain rectangle, and I'm going to use that just as sort of my background on top of my A2 size card base. And then I did take my corner chomper and I used the 1/2 inch edge of that to round the corners on my actual card base. So I have been itching to use the new Maggie Holmes Heritage Collection, and I decided that I would pull that out for these cards. I'm making sort of collage-y type cards for this set, and then I do actually have another 3 that I've created using a few of the other dies that were included in this kit. The only one that I'm using for this one is the clipboard background and the hinge. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn up the music and just let you enjoy the process. This is pretty self-explanatory, and as usual, I will list everything that I've used for you down below, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn up the music, and then I will be back at the end to finish everything up. Here are a few close-ups of the finished cards. As I mentioned earlier, of course, in the description box below you'll find my blog post, which has additional photos and links to the supplies I used. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.